Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture, and today we're going over the albums of the decade, and this is the pretty much the final video of the year. This is going to be the final video of the year for me. So, and this is going to be the top 10 albums of 2019. 2019 has been a complete whirlwind of just different type. We're still in that era where we're still. Well, we found now at this time we found that we can mix a little hip hop with a little bit of our own type of sound. And at the same time, people are still doing their own type of sound. And I'm really glad. There's been so many songs, so many albums that came out this year that's been so amazing. I've been reviewing them as we've gone. And so this is pretty much just, if you're new to my channel this year, this is pretty much going over the best ones that are pretty much reviewed. So buckle in, there's going to be some that I'm going to talk about that are not in the top 10, little shout outs. So, but let's get started. So the first one I really loved this year was Sticky Fingers, and their album called Yours to Keep. Oh my god, what a redemption album. Like, what a album to really kind of talk about what's been happening since they've been gone. Like, I thought they went through this like hiatus because the main singer was having some addictive issues, and a lot of bad decisions. Let's just say that. And so, and he finally came and they put all that together and released this album that's just like kind of talking about a lot of his a lot of stuff that's been going on, a lot of his like regrets, and how like he's really feels sorry about what everything that's been going on, and he's ready to kind of revamp himself to do better. And I think it really says it inside the album. I think it just elevated even more levels of what they can do as a band. Just a good album. Number 2 is Brooke Candy's Sexorcism. I understand that this album is very recent, but I really like it. I listen to it repeatedly. Like a lot of his songs I listen to repeatedly. I love Brooke Candy. I'm now a really big fan now. Like before I've heard her in and out, and I kind of didn't really know exactly who she was entirely, more just I heard some of her songs. But when I stopped and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna break down and just listen to the whole thing. I really liked it. I love her sound. I love that she's very sexually positive. I love that she's not holding anything back. And I think that's really great. She did a really good job with that album. And it's literally most of the album's about sex, but it's just the way that she approaches it is so much more elevated than what a lot of people do when their whole albums is directly sexually driven. Number 3 is Kim Petras, Turn Off the Lights. Why wouldn't this be on the playlist or on the list? Like, Turn Off the Lights was a revolutionary, I think, iconic album, and because in this time around, she released an album that was part of a last album before. So so far, this has been 2 years of Halloween of Kim Petras. The first one she released was part 1. Well, volume 1 was she released a good 10 albums, 10 songs, and then she released this year the other half of the album. It's just completely Halloween. She invented Halloween, obviously. Number 4 is on top of that, sorry, going back to Kim Petras 1 second. On top of her releasing her actual first album, she also released this. It's iconic. She has a lot to. She is not going anywhere anytime, and I'm really excited for her. Number 4 is Lana Del Rey, Norman fucking Rockwell. What a beautiful like album. Completely beautiful. Most's piano. And she's not doing the muffled kind of sound anymore. They're actually just letting her sing, which sounds very beautiful and very sensitive, like Cinnamon Girl. Whew. What a intense song, but what a beautiful song. I listen to it a lot too, even though the message is very dark. Number 5, speaking of dark, is Billie Eilish. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? So this was a really good album. I listened to it completely through. Didn't really know much about Eilish, and I made sure not to listen to anything other than the ones I already knew. Like, I think I only knew Ocean Eyes and Tummy, or Bellyache. It was the only tune, and I was like, that's it. I'm gonna stay there because this album's gonna come out, and I want to know her album-wise. Listen to it with some nice, good headphones. Whew, the production's amazing. The production's amazing. She has a very interesting like storylines in a lot of her songs. There's nothing really vocally rangy about it, but I think that's the point. I think it just sounds really, really good. I think it was a really great album. Number 6, Oral Peck Pony. Oh my God, Oral Peck. Why was no one talking about him enough? Was he on SNL? Was he on SNL? I don't think he was on SNL. Why wasn't he on SNL? Why wasn't he on SNL? Why are people sleeping on him? He has a great, great album. He's a queer singer. He does outlaw country type of sound. He's literally a male Lana Del Rey, and everybody's sleeping on him. Like, come on, like, great album. Get into him. Number 7 is Ariana Grande. Thank You Next. Literally, when we thought Sweetener was it, because I know Sweetener was very mixed. Some people didn't really care for it because of you. Pharrell's sound is you really, really like it, or you kind of like it, or you really just don't really care for it. And a lot of people sometimes get a hit and miss because he doesn't really follow a pattern. He doesn't really go with everybody. He does his own little path, and sometimes your own path doesn't really do so hot. Sometimes it does, but Thank You Next was a great response to that, because I felt like people just wanted to hear Ariana Grande and what in her trap music direction that usually does. And this literally answered it, and it was a complete perfect Ariana Grande album. Perfect. Number 8 is Marion, Good Faith. I already reviewed this not so long ago. Really great album. Just a great album. He's consistent. He's consistent. And I think I love that in a DJ. I love that in an album. I love that in him. Just great album. Number 9 is Maggie Rogers. Heard it in a past life. Literally, she came out of nowhere, released Alaska, showed it to Pharrell. Pharrell thought it was amazing. She continued with it and released a couple more things. Dog Years, And then she just here's an album. You want an album? Here's an album. She released the album. Every song was exactly what we were expecting it to be. I personally think so for me. I think it was just so good. It's a great album. Great sound. When you can mix kind of like electronic indie, I feel like it is. Electronic folk, I should say. She just, and she released a song recently, Love You Long Time, I think. I'll Love You for a Long Time. Great song. She already knows where she's going next. I'm just so excited. And finally, the last one is Derek Simpson, Sun King. I know that I'm a little late to the party because I heard his song Friends a long time ago when it was playing in Workaholics. Really loved it. And I thought it was very frat bro-y kind of thing, and I didn't really think too much of it. Then I finally listened to his actual album. Well, actually, after Nothing and Holy Water? Open Water came out. I was like, I need to listen to his actual album. So I listened to his album, loved every single moment of it. It's a great inspirational album. It's very uplifting. He has a great, I love his energy. His energy is what makes the album. And I love his ways of thinking, and I love he's very inspirational. I love it. Some shout outs. So shout outs go to Friendly Fires and Fluorescent, which is another album that was a very worth it album. You get scared after when people do their hiatus for a long time and come back. You're like, ooh, is it gonna sound the same? Is it gonna be different? Is it gonna live up to the last album? And it completely does. It elevates to an even better album. I love it. Goldfield's Dalawa. It was a great album. Great album. Once again, another people that took a long hiatus and then came back and actually and lived up to their hiatus. Great album. Love them. Another one, Cedric, Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is so amazing. I still listen to it to this day. To this day. It's been out since 2019. But I've been listening to it. It came out earlier this year, and I still love it. I really love it. Jax Jones, my new very favorite DJ, Snacks, with his album. Just what can you say about it? Listen to the whole thing. It's literally a great album. All Day, Starry Night Over the Phone. Great album. Personal Again. Personal Again. Sorry, I just watched. I'm a little inside my personal life. I literally am looking at a window, so sometimes I will look up and look past the window and I'll see, like, people doing their stuff, and this kid just picked up one of the mini cats that we have in our, like, neighborhood, and it freaked out, so that's fun. Anyway, so yeah, back to this. So All Day, great album, great album. Personal, it really caught up to everything that we were trying to figure out what's going on with him. Now we do. Whew, great album. Two more. So Surah Forever. I listened to the album 2 times. I'm gonna listen to it again. Great album. Didn't know anything about them other than what one of their songs off the last album, but that was it. And I really love this album. And then finally, King Princess Cheap Queen. Great album. The first time I ever got into her. I think this is her first album, or maybe it's the second album. It feels very second album, so I gotta look at it again, but I don't remember. And then a couple EP shout outs. So SG Lewis, Dawn. What a fuck. So great album, and I really wish that it was on it. That Spotify gave us the full Dawn. Was it Dawn something? It was a whole trilogy of EPs that he released, and the UK got the whole one, got it all in one album. We got them in separates. I wish that we did get it in a full thingy, but what a modest guy. I keep telling him, like, this is really great music. Like, you really have a way you really are on your way. I will say that in, like, the comments, or some people will say that. He was like, I'm just doing what I can. And I was like, you're a great DJ. You're great. Like, he has a bright future for him. And I appreciate the modesty, but he really has it going on. And finally, Jay Balvin, can't speak today, and Bad Bunny, Oasis, literally an album I listen to, or EP I listen to all the time. I love their combination. It's a great combination, collab, and they just really know what they're doing, and I really hope they get an Oasis Part 2. I think they're a great combination. Just love it. Anyway, so that is it. That is 2009. We are now ready to get into 2020 in the 20s. And I really am excited for it. I really am. I think that it's gonna be, I think we already have some people who are gearing up. I think a lot of movies are being geared up too. So I cannot wait until we see what's to offer. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought about my 2017 list. If there's a artist, I know I'm missing some people, but if there's somebody that I missed, leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought, why they deserve to be up there, or just say so, or just say you like them. And I would love to get into them, or if I already heard them, I already got into them. But anyway, so I hope everybody has had a great holiday. I know we're still in Kwanzaa. We're still in Hanukkah. I think this is day 8 so far. But happy Hanukkah to all the Hanukkah celebrators, and hope everybody for the Christmas people, hope everybody had a great Christmas. I don't really know who celebrates Kwanzaa, but if you did, hope it was great. And all the people that don't celebrate it, hope you had a regular day, you know? And I hope everybody, though, has a great New Year's. It's going to be a big one, so brace yourself. Hope everybody has a great week, and thank you for watching this video, this channel for this whole year. I can't wait for 2020, see what else we're going to do. And yeah, that's it. So see you guys later, and I'll see you guys in 2020.